Today's video is going to show you how to get promoted in 6 months. There's 5 easy ways to do it. Most of them you already know, and I'm going to give you the things you need to do to make that happen. Get promoted, make that money, and move on in your career. Again, this video is going to share with you, our audience, on how to get promoted in just 6 months. Anyone and everyone can do it, and it's critical to your growth. You never should sit in a position any longer than 3 years. In my life, I don't think there's ever been a time where I sat in my position longer than 3 years. The first year I spent learning. The second year I implemented something special. Third year I went and looked for the next opportunity to move up and onward. And so I'm going to tell you some critical steps and secrets that I've done in my career to get to the next level. And I want you to stay through the whole video because the last one is going to be the most important. So I'm Dr. J with 2 Doc Minds. And so the first thing of 5 that I want to give you regarding how you get promoted is something that's very simple, but many people don't do that. And that's truly to align yourself with the company goals. So you say, what does that mean? It's very simple. Aligning yourself with your company goals includes something as simple as reading the mission statement, the value statement, vision statement. If you have a strategic plan, reading that and understanding, what's in it, right? If you're in a company, you want to look at your 10Q, your 10K, your annual reports, and you want to see really what's going on with your company. Because when you read through those, you understand where your bosses and where the leadership of the company or the organization see it going. So it's critical that you know what that is and you align it. Far too many times I sat in a meeting and talked to people and I asked this simple question: what is our mission statement? And they couldn't know. They didn't study. But they yet want to be promoted into a leadership position, but they don't understand the mission of the organization. So you got to explain yourself. How do you lead an organization if you don't know the mission or the vision or the values and where it's going? Or if you have a 3, 5, 10-year strategic plan and you have no idea what's in that strategic plan, how can you make it to the next level and lead and push the organization forward if you don't know strategically how to get there? Simple answer: you won't. Right? You won't move up. You won't move forward. Somebody that took the time to simply just read those documents and understanding where the organization goes, positions themselves, right? And this is all about position. It's about getting a new position and promotion, but it's also about positioning yourself within that organization for success. And so what I need you to do today, before the end of the day, if you have a strategic plan, read 1 page a day. If you have an annual report, read 1 page a day. If you have a mission, vision, value statement, read it. If that doesn't exist, well, guess what? I'm going to show you in a future step how you can put that together. If you don't have one of those documents, a vision, mission statement, I will show you in a future step on how to do that successfully and how you can leverage that to a promotion. Because everything today is about getting you promoted in 6 months. The second critical thing is continuous learning. I had an employee that was looking to get a job. She was actually my assistant, executive assistant. She wanted to move out of the assistant role and be in the programming side of it. And so, I asked her a simple question, about where she wants to be. And then I asked her a question, what skills, abilities do you have or have you obtained over the last 3 years to get you there, right? And I just started this position. And she said, well, I haven't been to any conferences. I don't go to school. I didn't get any certifications. I didn't go into any self-help books. I haven't read any books. And I said, well, if you're not willing to invest in yourself, then why would I be willing to invest in you and give you that opportunity? So one of the things that you have to truly do is invest in self, even if the organization doesn't pay for it. When I went and got my master's degree, the organization did not pay for it, but it was critical for me to get it because I knew it would give me opportunities. So I didn't say, woe is me, my boss didn't give me a job, or my boss is not paying for this education, or my bosses do this or didn't do that. I said, you know what, I'm gonna take it upon myself. This is called self-accountability, right? Take it upon myself. If I wanna get there, I gotta invest. And say the education costs $10,000, but I'm gonna get a $30,000 raise. Well, guess what? It's simply easy to invest in that because that $30,000, if you do right, will last you at least that 30, if you get that promotion, will last you your eternity of your career. So spending $10,000 and you have a 10 years left in your career and you're making 30,000 extra, that's $300,000. Seems an easy thing to do, but why don't many people do it? Because they didn't listen to this video. And if you have done it, say something in the comment section, because we definitely want to hear what you have done so that you can share with our lovely family so that we all can learn from each other. So make sure you put something in the comment section. If you have any other ideas that we're not mentioning here, put that in as well, because it's important for all of us to grow. So the second thing is continuous learning. The third is proactive problem solving. I had an instance where it was a PDF document and it was up to fill out. And now, right after COVID, we're in a digital age. And so the PDF document, it was one of those documents where you couldn't fill it out. And so you would have to print it out or, write over it and then scan it in. Or if you have some type of PDF, professional version, you can enter your name in. But it wasn't built for that. It was almost built like a JPEG, a picture. And so one of my employees said, I have a problem with this. This PDF, I got to fill it out, but it is not a fillable out version. I'm just frustrated with it. And say, okay. And I said, okay, I understand that you're frustrated. What do you want me to do? Right? And I'm the boss at that time. Could you make sure somebody fill out the PDF version? Well, the opportunity for that person to shine in front of me was lost. I'm going to tell you why. Simply this. If that person would have just simply said, hey, I found this problem. This PDF is not fillable and it's making us do a lot of work because we have to do so much to get it. I'm printing it out. I'm writing my name. I'm scanning it back and then I'm emailing it off instead of just filling it out and being able to ship it off, right? If that person would have just came to me and said, hey, this is a problem, but hey, this is a solution I did. I made it a fillable document. I want you to take a look at it, see if it's okay. And if it's okay, I'm going to give it off to somebody. You know what I would have said? That's excellent. What made you think about that? What made you take that extra step? And if you're willing to take that extra step with that, I'm certain you're willing to take that extra step doing something else. So guess what? When I'm thinking of opportunities for promotion, that person's name is going to pop into my mind simply for doing something as simple as that. Because most people would just say it's a problem, and it's just like things in life. You just walk over it. You may have some clothes on the floor in your room or at home. You just walk over it. You walk down the sidewalk, you see litter on the sidewalk. You say that's somebody else's problem. You just walk over it. Bosses are looking for the people that's going to take care of it. See clothes, they're going to put it in a hamper. They see trash, they're going to put it in a waste can. They see a PDF document that needs to be filled, they're going to fill it and they're going to do it. And that's the third step, is proactively solve problems and never bring your boss a problem without a solution. Solutions are critical. And when you do it, great, execute on it. Because I had so many people give me ideas. I get ideas of the yin yang every day. Somebody say, I have an idea about this. I have an idea about that. Bosses hear that at least 100 times a month. But we hear very few people that says, this is what I'm going to do to solve it for you and make this organization great. And when you get to that point, I promise you, in 6 months, you'll get that raise and that promotion. The fourth thing is strong communication. Being able to articulate yourself and your concerns properly. I want to let you in on a little secret, and I'm going to whisper because I don't truly want everybody to know. And that little secret is this. There is a such thing as a silly question. So when you're in front of leadership, all questions aren't good questions. I know in certain areas of your life, there's no stupid questions. But if I'm sitting in front of the President of the United States and I ask, why is the grass green? That may not be the appropriate question to ask the president. He probably won't think too highly of you if you ask that question amongst that leadership. So be thoughtful, be considerate, understand that there is strong communications and back and forth that you must have. Also, don't get riled up on emails. I always see people put emotional things in the email and you never can read through the email right. Be polite, right? Always send a polite email. Always say something, no matter what someone else does, because that is documented. And you never want to be caught in a position where somebody printed out an email and said, hey, why did you kind of have this type of engagement, especially as you're moving up in the organization? Last, and I think this is a very critical issue, when you're talking to the boss, always bring an agenda and always be focused. If you're getting 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes of that person's busy time, be focus in what you want to say and execute what you want to say. Practice it so that when you come in there, you look prepared, you have solutions, and you have a way to communicate that whatever you put in my responsibility, I will take that, own it, and I won't let you down. And when you do that, I guarantee you, in 6 months, you will be promoted. Now, this is the last one. And again, I think this is one of the most critical things that you need to do. You need to document your achievements. Far too long, I did this presentation or I did this project. I was able to be responsible for this solution, right? And I forget why I did it and what I did because I didn't write it down. So you always want to write down those accomplishments. You always want to write down the things you got certifications on. You want to write down when you got acknowledged, when you were publishing an article, so that when you go for that promotion and you sit in front of that person, you can tell them what you have accomplished. Not only, right, you can tell them, number one, your alignment with your company goals. Number two, you can also talk about what you learned. You can talk about your proactive problem solving. You can talk about your communication, but you can talk about what you've achieved over that time. And when I talked about the first one, about a strategic plan and your organization doesn't have it, remember that nugget I said in the first thing, right? If this is an opportunity to say, not only did I see that we didn't have one, I took it upon myself for my unit to create one. And if you elevate me to the next level, I know I can create one, not only for my unit, but this larger unit that I'll be responsible for, because I understand that it's important to align it around your mission, your vision, your goals, right? And if you're having those conversations with your executive team, your managers, your supervisors, as you get to that next level, right, they will hire you. So if you do all 5 of these things, all 5, I guarantee you will be promoted in 6 months. And if the organization doesn't see and value you still after that, hey, there's always another company. There's always another opportunity, and never be afraid to jump ship. So if you like this content, and we're going to give you a lot more content. If you like this content, make sure you subscribe, you hit a like, you hit that notification bell, because I can tell you this, we got more things to drop and we don't want you to miss it. I'm Dr. J with 2 Doc Minds.